Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to yoga. Great to have you. So today we're going to do a brief morning flow, something you can do if you have a few minutes in the morning to just kind of help wake yourself up, energize the mind, the body, and get a good start for your day. So we're going to begin standing. So go ahead and find your space. Make sure you have some room to move around a little bit. And let's start by just finding a comfortable stance. So your feet can be apart, they can be together wherever you feel more steady. A soft bend in those knees, and let's take a few circles through those shoulders. And as we do so, maybe start to bring awareness to the breath and see if we can start to match our movement to our breath. So maybe on the next breath in, we can draw those shoulders forward and up. And then on the breath out, they come back and down. So you might need to slow down those circles a little bit in order to match the breath. Maybe not. And let's try going the other direction a few times with those circles. Maybe as you inhale, they come back and up. And then as you exhale, they come forward and down. All right, one more big circle through those shoulders back and down. Let's pause for just a few breaths here. Actively reaching down through these fingertips as we lift tall through the crown of the head. Maybe start to feel a little engagement through the core as you do so. Really grounding down into those feet and taking 3 breaths together. So let's finish our next breath out. And then as we breathe in, just a nice deep breath in through the nose. Long breath out through the mouth. Awesome. Again, let's take a breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, and once more like that, really fill in the lungs, fill in the belly, and exhale, pressing it all the way out. All right, next inhale, let's continue to move. We'll reach those arms all the way up till those hands connect at the top, exhaling our hands down to our heart center. And again, let's inhale and reach, but let's keep those hands lifted. Maybe we bring our right hand to our left wrist. And then inhale, lifting a little taller. And on the exhale, let's find a nice side bend. Maybe we turn that gaze under that left arm. And then just slowly moving with that breath side to side, switching those hands at the top. Left hand to right wrist and gently finding that side bend. Again, inhaling as we lift. Let's go 2 more times each side. You can keep moving, or maybe you just stay and hold one side for a few breaths and then the other. Just beginning to open, not only through the side body, but through those intercostal muscles in between those ribs. Creating a little more space for that breath to flow. Waking up the body. Go ahead and inhale all the way back up to center. Exhaling, hands down to our heart. And inhale as we lift back up. This time on the exhale, we're going to turn to our right side and just open those arms out to the side. Just find a nice standing twist. Inhaling as we lift back up. Maybe you feel those hands connect at the top. And then exhaling to the opposite side, opening those arms. Inhaling as we lift, exhaling, hands to our heart. Now we're going to continue to move and just connect everything. So we're going to inhale and lift, exhaling up and over one side, inhaling back up to center, exhaling to the opposite side, inhaling all the way up, exhaling as we twist to one side. Doesn't matter which side, we'll do both. Inhaling back up through center, exhaling to the opposite side. Inhaling up, now building on our exhale, we're going to swan dive down, find a forward fold. So again, we're just warming up, so keeping a nice bend in those knees as you fold forward, releasing the crown of the head. Maybe you shake that head side to side, forward and back. Or maybe you start to find a little movement through those hips or through the shoulders, just starting to sway through the upper body, just shifting your weight from one foot into the other. And then slowly coming back to center. Let's find a nice deep bend in those knees, and we will make our way back up to standing, bringing those arms with us as we do so. And exhaling, hands to our heart. Inhaling as we lift. Exhaling up and over to one side. Inhaling back up. Exhaling opposite side. Inhaling as we lift. Exhaling as we twist. Opening those arms out nice and long. Inhaling up tall, continue to stay lifted as we exhale and twist to the other side. Inhaling all the way up. On the exhale, let's find that forward fold. Nice bend in those knees, and then let's inhale and lift halfway. Rolling those shoulders down the back. The crown of the head reaches forward as the tailbone and the hips reach back. Exhaling, forward fold, deep bend in those knees and slowly making your way back up to standing. One more thing we're going to add here as we exhale, we're going to find our chair. Bringing hands back to our heart. Looking down as we find those toes. Maybe even try lifting those toes off the mat as our weight is back in the heels and in the hips. One more full breath here, just feeling that strength start to build in those legs and in the core. And then we'll inhale all the way back up to standing. Exhaling, side out, hands to your heart. One more time through all that. Inhaling as we lift. Exhaling up and over to one side. You might find yourself going a little further than the very beginning. Inhaling back up. Exhaling to the opposite side. Inhaling as we lift. On the breath out, let's find that twist. Standing nice and tall, but reaching out through those fingers. Inhaling up through center. Exhaling, twisting opposite side. Inhaling as we lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Nice long spine, long legs. Exhaling as we fold. Nice deep bend in those knees as we inhale and stand tall. And then exhaling as we find our chair. 3 breaths as we pause. Maybe bend those elbows and open those arms. One more full breath here. And then on our inhale, go ahead and lift all the way back up and exhale out through the mouth. Side out. You can shake out those arms, shake out those legs. Whatever feels best, go ahead and bring those hands back to your heart center. Pausing for 3 full breaths. Bringing awareness to what you might notice in the body. You might feel the heart beating a little bit. Maybe you just notice how you're breathing. Maybe you feel your feet connecting with the ground or your fingertips connecting with the other fingertips. All right, then that next breath in, we're going to step our right foot all the way to the back, turning that right foot out to the side. Let's inhale and lift these arms as we bend into our front knee, finding our warrior one as we begin to open through these hips a little bit. And on our exhale, let's cactus those arms. Bending those elbows, dropping them down and back, opening through the front of the torso, the front of the heart, front of those shoulders. Just bringing in some nice positive energy there. And then we'll inhale all the way back up. On our exhale, we're going to open out to the side. Warrior two. Front palm's going to turn up as we inhale, reaching forward. Exhaling, left hand lifts, reverse warrior. So right hand lowers down towards the floor. Breathing into that left side body. And then exhaling back through our warrior two. We're going to straighten this front leg and find our triangle. So I know we're moving kind of quick through each one of these postures, but it's just a great way to begin to open through all the different parts of the body as we move with our breath. Go ahead and make your way back to center, back to that warrior one. And then exhaling, hands to the floor. Stepping this front foot to the back. Let's find that downward dog. Feel free to walk out those heels for a few moments here. Actively lifting those hips up towards the ceiling as we reach one heel down towards the mat and then the other. I don't know if you can hear all these little snap, crackle, pops through my feet as they're waking up. All right, go ahead and relax both heels towards the floor. Let's inhale forward to our plank, nice and strong through the arms, through the core, through the legs. Try to engage the thighs, engaging the glutes. On the exhale, we're going to lift the hips back up. Downward dog. 3 times with that breath as we inhale forward to our plank. Shoulders coming right above the wrists. Exhale, engaging the core as we lift the hips. Inhaling forward. Grounding down into those fingertips. Exhaling, hips lift high. One more time coming forward into our plank. And then we're going to lower to those knees. Untucking those toes and exhaling, elbows bend all the way down to the mat. And then inhaling, let's find our baby cobra. Exhaling, go ahead and relax. 3 breaths here. Inhale, maybe you put a little more pressure into those hands as we lift the upper body. Exhaling as we lower. Inhaling, lifting the heart, reaching it forward. Shoulders draw back and down. Exhaling, lower. On that next breath in, Go ahead and make your way all the way up to that kneeling plank. Maybe we tuck those toes. We'll reach our hips back towards those heels just for a full breath in this extended child's pose. And then slowly begin to lift those hips. Let's find that downward dog once again. We'll turn that gaze forward. You can step or hop to the front of your mat. We'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Deep bend in those knees, using those legs to help you stand all the way up. And exhaling, hands to your heart. All right, let's step our left foot to the back. Turning that left foot out to the side. Maybe that right knee begins to bend until it comes right above the ankle or behind the ankle. And we'll inhale. Let's lift those arms up nice and tall. Exhaling, we're going to open. Oops, I'm sorry. Let's find our cactus arms here just for a moment. Once again, opening through the heart, through the shoulders. Palms facing forward. Maybe even try turning that gaze upwards. Bringing awareness to that left hip as it reaches forward. And then go ahead and inhale, arms back up. We'll exhale them out to the side, warrior two. Front palm faces up. So we inhale and reach forward. Exhaling, reverse warrior. As that right arm lifts, just take a nice full breath into that right side body. And then exhaling back through that warrior two, straightening that front leg as we find our triangle. Right hand lowers down towards the floor as this left hand lifts. Once again, long through both arms. Just like they were in that standing twist, actively reaching out, down through the lower fingers, up through the upper fingers. And then inhaling, we'll make our way back up to that warrior two, facing forward. So we find that warrior one. And then exhaling, hands to the floor. Stepping that front foot to the back. Once again, a couple breaths here. You can walk out those heels. Maybe you just stay and hold in downward dog. You can shift forward and back. Just take a few breaths here, 3 more, wherever you might be. All right, then just relaxing those heels towards the floor. Let's inhale forward, coming back to that plank, lowering to those knees, and then go ahead and walk those hands back until our wrists come under our shoulders and our knees come under our hips. 3 full breaths, just moving through some cat and cows as we inhale and lift the crown of the head, lifting the hips, and then exhaling as we round through the shoulders, rounding through the back, lifting the belly away from the floor. Inhale, reaching the heart forward as the shoulders draw back. Exhaling as we tuck the hips. 1 more breath here as you inhale and open. And exhaling and round. Go ahead and slowly reach those hips back towards the heels. Go ahead and find that child's pose, whether your forehead is hovering over the floor, maybe it rests on the floor, or you can always bring your hands together and rest your forehead on your hands. As we wrap things up, feel free to close those eyes if you'd like. Take a moment to check in once again, not only with the breath, but with the mind too. Maybe feeling a little more awake, hopefully. You might feel a little subtle energy moving through the body. Maybe bringing to mind just a positive mantra or thought that you can carry with you throughout the day. Knowing that you are strong, that you are loved, and that you can get through whatever you need to. Let's take a nice full breath in together. Then long breath out. Staying here for as long as you'd like, but when you're ready, maybe walk those hands back up. Just making your way up to those knees or up to a seat. Thank you so much for joining with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and feel a little more prepared to go right into it. So I'll see you next time. Namaste.